What's up, guys? It's bright and early and 70 degrees this morning. We are super happy about that. I bet you guys have been wondering, where has the pallet wood been? Well, it's right over there. We're still doing it, and we're about to take a load. So ever since we put our flatbed on our truck, we kind of wondered, could we haul like a pack or two on the back of the truck instead of hooking up the trailer? Well, today we're going to find out. Now, with a trailer, you get the additional axles all behind here, and they help support the load and everything. But the real question is I don't know how much weight just directly on the back end there, she'll look comfortable toting. So, let's go over here. Let's strap these guys down, and we'll set one or two. I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure, one pallet would sit up there no problem. The question is, can two pallets sit up there without it squatting too much? What do you think, Britt?
I'm thinking it's going to, but I guess we gotta test it out first. First thing we have to do is get the strap put on these so they don't fall apart.
We got some strapping in a box here, and I think Aiden's walking around with enough over here to do one roll. We got to put one on each side of the 24s, and then one through the middle of that one. We'll be good to go. But I was going to mention, we've always kept it inside of the box and rolled it out or whatever, because I don't know if you guys have ever looked online at what a strapping cart costs. And we probably should have bought one years ago.
They're high.
But every time I look to buy one and it's like $250, $350, I'm like, you know what? I'll just roll it out of the box. We've also set them on poles, put two big nails in a pole and had the whole thing hanging there and just unrolled what we needed.
Oh yeah, when we used to use the metal wire for our
cross ties.
Cross ties, that's what we did.
Is that the box it comes out of, or the other one? It's got the hole in that one.
Oh, I pulled it out of one.
Well, it's got a little hole that it pulls out from, so technically it's in its own dispenser. It's just a real shoddy dispenser. Now,
usually they come and they're all wrapped up in plastic, and I have to remove it and take that off, but this one didn't have that on it.
I actually thought about recently building a little wooden box with a dispenser hole out the front and then just rolling it outside of the wooden box and put a handle on top. We talked about that when we bought this one.
Yeah.
But we've been so preoccupied lately with doing the random construction work and getting all the logs in and everything, we have not had to actually strap up a whole bunch of stuff. So I guess we'll figure that out very soon.
Hopefully this is going to work and we won't have to hook up the big trailer just to take these two packs. We had a small load this week. Looks like he's gonna put one on the front and one on the back. It squatted it a little bit. Let's get the other one and see what happens. As we were getting loaded up, a customer just pulled up, so we gotta go unload his trailer.
So we did get 2 packs on the back, and it's fine. Drives fine, feels fine. But I would say it's definitely the limit, not only for weight reasons, but it's actually like limitations of space.
It filled the bed up.
Yeah, you don't have that much more space. But I mean, it feels perfectly fine on the back. I mean, no more than a heavy trailer, you know, would be, I guess. Well, guys, we just made it back, and truck hauls 2 pallets fine. Actually, if I was only hauling 2 pallets, that'd probably be my preferred method. It drove really well with it, and
it's nice not having to drag the trailer behind us.
Wow, the trailer dragging behind you. With my Dodge truck, it gets like, I don't know, 12 miles a gallon, 11 miles a gallon when you're pulling a weighted trailer behind you. But I got 14, 15 hauling no trailer, so that's pretty nice. All right, so to get to the main point of today's video, we're about to do something that we've never done here, and that is quarter sawing hickory. I got a customer, showed up with 3 hickory logs. He said, can you quarter saw them? And I was like, sure, why not? It's gonna be hard, it's gonna be slow cutting, it's hickory. But guys, we're about to quarter saw some hickory, and if you ever wondered what quarter sawing hickory looks like,
just wait a few minutes.
Yeah, we're about to find out. quick, wanted to show you guys and explain my method of madness here, what we got going on. Yeah, we opened this up more of a traditional plain sawn way, but now we're going to get into the quarter sawing portion of it. I did that so that I could get it within the parameters of my sawmill, and we're there now. So what we're about to do, since we got these faces off, is we're going to drop down here, and we're also working around this split that we have. I'm going to drop down now and go ahead and take it right here near this halfway point. And I should end up with about a good 6-inch cant here and a good 9-inch cant on the bottom, and that's following with the split that runs through the log. It's the best way we can get the best logs. Then we're going to come in here and split those cants in half and then turn them up and saw them down through the quarter sawn portion. So just wanted to explain the method of what we're doing here. We did this to get within the parameters of the sawmill because we only have so much width here. And yeah, I think we're gonna end up with some pretty stuff. What do you think, Britt? Because it's not very long before we are gonna be within seeing quarter sawn hickory. What do you think?
I'm pretty excited about it. Something I've never seen before, so it'll be new to me.
New to me too. I've never seen quarter sawn hickory. I haven't sawn it. I've done quarter sawn red oak, white oak, not hickory. Let's see what it looks like. All right, guys, check it out. Let me show you what we got going on. So that's a quarter, and there's a half. So we tried to follow the grain the best we could. But if you see now that I have it in this orientation, I do not have it down this way. I have it up like this. If you look at the grain right here, I know it's kind of hard to see, but your grain is running straight through the section of the board. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna come up here, make our first cut and try to get like at least a 3-inch wide board, and then we'll get some wider material down through here. But every board that comes out of this section is going to have straight up and down quarter sawn grain. And that, my friends, is beautiful quarter sawn hickory lumber. All the grain is run straight up and down. That's why you can see the line straight through the center here. This is some very, very, very nice stuff. Look at the end grain here. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. This guy here, straight up and down through this section, and there got into there, but that's all quarter sawn there. That's a beaut.
It really is. I'm very surprised.
An absolute, man, that would make a wonderful, beautiful table right there, would it not?
Oh, yeah. I love the different colors you see.
Yeah, I even like seeing that sapwood and then the heartwood getting mixed in. Look at this beauty right here. Well, guys, now that we got the first quarter of the quarter sawn lumber sawn, I have a bug. They come out of those pine trees, little red striped bugs. Anyway, guys, we're about to blow through the rest of this log. This log's pretty much done because it won't take very much, maybe 10-15 minutes. And we have 2 other logs. Now, we got to get this done in kind of a hurry because the customer would like to come today and pick this up. We're going to throw you guys over on time lapse, and you're going to see how fast we do this, even though it's not very fast. So we took the lumber and set it over here to the side. This is all the quarter sawn stuff. This one here is plain sawn. This one had some rot and it was a smaller log. But all this quarter sawn lumber out of those 2 logs, and this guy here got just plain sawn up. That was a lot of lumber come out of that.
It was a lot. It was beautiful though.
Very beautiful lumber. The grains, really nice. I mean, you know, you look at all this. Look at the straight grain there. Straight grain. Really neat. Haven't done that in a while. Well, guys, we got some other projects we're going to be getting into later this evening. We're going to finish taking the overhead system down. I've got it kind of hanging here as I've been pulling it apart for the old circle sawmill because I have the solution, I believe, to our sawdust extraction. Got that figured out now, and we are going to then finish filling the dirt pit, or the dust pit, because, well,
now it's a dirt pit.
Yeah, this is a dirt pit now. But we're going to finish filling the dust pit because I have a dust. We did decide to go with a blower. I got a blower coming in next week. I think that's going to be the solution, so we'll see. Stay tuned for that. This lumber is finished and out the door, and what a nice project it was. Hope you guys like seeing that. We have never done quarter sawn hickory here nor on the channel, so it was new for us, and maybe new for you guys if you haven't seen hickory done that way. I think that lumber's going to dry out and be really nice. They're going to end up making nice, fine furniture out of it. What am I missing, Miss Britt?
Just go and check out our Patreon page, our Instagram page, and our merchandise.
Check it all out.
Those goodies.
Links in the description below, guys. That's going to do it for this one, and you know we're going to be back with some more very soon. So until next time.
See ya.
Bam.